In this video, we'll be taking a look at typical wedding attires from 4 ethnic groups in Nigeria: Igbo, Edo, Yoruba, and Hausa, doing our best to recreate the looks while spending as little as possible. If you didn't know already, weddings across Nigeria are a serious affair, and all of the 250 plus ethnic groups have their own unique way of celebrating, and even within ethnic groups there are regional variations in clothing styles. So to start off with, we're headed to Igbo land in the southeast of Nigeria, where we'll find the Igbo ethnic group. Igbo wedding outfits vary a lot, often depending on regional practices and personal taste. For example, wedding practices in Anioma, the Igbo region in Delta State, may resemble fashions from neighbouring Edo State, whereas in Arochukwu you see something quite different. Nowadays at Igbo weddings you can find anything from the traditional akwete cloth, the trademark isiago material, bridal lace, or Indian imports like ntorika. For this look, we've opted for something relatively simple. Our Igbo bride, Oluchi, is wearing a wrap dress made from a material widely known as plain George. You'll often see Igbo brides wearing beaded hairstyles and necklaces. Mgbaji or waist beads are also widely worn. These were commonplace in pre-colonial times, especially amongst the wealthy. Self-adornment with beads can be traced as far back as the Igbo Okwu kingdom from the 9th century, where thousands of beads were unearthed, including red carnelian beads, which you'll still see people wear today. Across Nigeria, especially in the south, coral beads or imitation coral beads are worn more often. These are most prevalent within the Edo ethnic group, which we'll discuss later. On Oluchi's body, you'll see a few patterns. Many Igbo women would decorate the skin with non-permanent patterns called uli or uri. Our Igbo groom is Ashley. On top, he's wearing the typical isiago material often associated with Igbo people. The material depicts the head of a lion, hence the name isi, head, and ago, a term often used for various big cats. This material has many variations. Underneath, grooms will either wear trousers or a cloth wrapped around their waist, and sometimes you'll find men wearing a white top over this. Here, Ashley's wearing the same plain George as Oluchi. For headwear, Igbo grooms wear variations of 2 types of hats, the Okwu or the Okwu. Again, this depends on the region or personal taste. In southern Igbo land, especially in Abia State, you might see more of the Okwu. And in the north, Anambra Delta and Enugu, you'll often find the Okwu, also referred to as the red cat. For our next ethnic group, we're headed to the South-South geopolitical region, which is technically South-Central, and here we'll find the Edo people of Edo State. So, Edo people are known for their elaborate bead-filled attires. You know it's an Edo wedding when you see hundreds of coral beads everywhere. Coral beads have historical significance in Edo society. It symbolizes royalty and wealth. In the past, beads were sewn together with elephant tail hair, an animal associated with royalty and physical force. Interestingly enough, coral beads are actually from the Mediterranean and were introduced to the Edo kingdom through trade with the Portuguese from the 15th century. There are some regional variations between groups in Edo State. For example, there are notable differences between what Bini and Esan grooms wear. Edo brides typically wear a red dress and a lot of beads. In Edo land, beads are generally referred to as ivie, and you often see brides wear necklaces in a layered style or with a beaded vest that covers her upper body. The okuku is an elaborate hairstyle brides are often seen wearing. These feature many beads woven into the hair with golden adornments. In our attempt to recreate the look, our Edo model Crystal is wearing a red dress with layered beads around her neck. The model is wearing braids, so we've gone for a more straightforward beaded hairstyle, featuring an updo with beads wrapped around it. Although white is a common feature amongst Edo grooms, Bini grooms typically wear white with embroidery, whilst Esan men couple their white garments with their traditional cloth, upesan. Often you'll find Edo grooms wearing either white hats or bead-encrusted hats known as erede. For our groom, Zizibo, we've gone for the Esan look with a cloth that resembles the upesan. Next up, we have the vibrancy and flair of the Yoruba ethnic group located in southwest Nigeria. For Yoruba weddings, we typically see the bride and groom dressed in ashoke, which is the name of the hand-woven fabric of any color that is used to create the garments they wear. The material has been part of Yoruba society for hundreds of years. Although the style of dress may vary, traditionally women wear an iro, wrap skirt, buba, blouse, and gele, hair tie. Brides are also seen wearing a veil to cover the gele. Nowadays, along with ashoke, other materials like lace are used. Women accompany their dress with an ipele, a sash or shawl worn over the shoulder. Many will be seen wearing a variety of jewels from coral beads to gold. A Yoruba bride is wearing a lilac lace dress with matching ipele and gele made from the ashoke material. At Yoruba weddings, the bride and groom often wear the same coloured attire, although this isn't always the case. Men typically wear an agbada, a robe similar to the Hausa babanriga. The agbada is sometimes starched to keep its shape. Although less common, sometimes men opt to wear a danshiki. Both the agbada and danshiki are worn with matching loose-fitting trousers referred to as shokoto, and a top worn underneath. Many grooms will be seen wearing one of three hats: the fila, which leans to the side, the abeti aja, which has two flaps, or the kufi, a cap sometimes worn by Yoruba Muslims. Our Yoruba groom, Ayo, is wearing a green lace danshiki, matching shokoto, and an ashoke fila. Although our couple isn't matching, we still think it looks pretty good. Last but not least, we have the Hausa ethnic group located in the northern region of Nigeria. Hausa weddings are rich and diverse and feature elaborate traditional materials and fabrics. This includes intricate embroidery and flowing robes. Brides often wear the atamfa, a traditional style of Hausa dress featuring a blouse and skirt worn in a variety of colours. Hausa women usually decorate their hands with lali or henna, which are temporary tattoos featuring elaborate and ornate patterns. Many Hausa brides also wear a hair tie and a veil. Our Hausa bride is wearing a beautiful golden dress, a matching hair tie and a veil. In Nigeria, Hausa grooms wear the babanriga, a large kaftan-style robe that originated in Hausa land. Colours vary, and oftentimes the bride and groom choose to wear matching materials. Some men also opt to wear a robe-like cloth called the jalamiya, usually made from a material called wagambari. The outfit is topped off with a hula, a traditional cap Hausa men wear. Our Hausa groom, James, is wearing a dark blue babanriga with a navy hula. And that's it. Those were the 4 Nigerian ethnic groups that we looked into, but it doesn't end there. Remember, Nigeria has over 250 ethnic groups, and that means there are so many fabulous wedding attires from the country. So we're going to continue previewing them until the end of this video. Overall, it was a really fun video to shoot. We'd like to thank everybody who took part, especially Keleno Nyeka, who took all these amazing photographs. If you'd like to see more of this type of content, remember to smash that like button, Biko, please. And don't forget to check out our website for the full article. And once again, if you'd like to find out more about Igbo, Nigerian, or African content in general, make sure you're following us.